When I first started working out, I walked into a hardcore gym and I showed the guys in that gym some of the supplements that I decided to take. They swept it all out of my hands and they were like, listen, just take this simple stuff. And if I could sum all that simple stuff up into one supplement, it'd be Animal Fury. Now, Animal's been bringing back some great products over the last year. We saw Pump Pro, which was a pump product that surprised us from Animal. The formula was just what you're really looking for in a pump product with no extra bells and whistles, straight to the point and effective. Fury, I took a look at recently and I didn't realize how much I actually love it for what it is. There's always that one guy in the gym that just wants a few simple things: creatine, beta-alanine, citrulline, and some black coffee. If you're that kind of person that understands there are bare necessities to pre-workout nutrition or supplements in general, this is a product that's going to appeal straight to you. There's no extra trademarked ingredients with studies that cite elderly, untrained individuals in a sample size of 8 people and ridiculous numbers. It's literally just the bare essentials that are going to work for you and get you results. So let's jump in and talk about Animal Fury, what we really like about it, and maybe where we might even cut some things to make it even more of a bare essentials. So you turn around this product, Animal Fury, and you see the back. It's a 16.4 gram scoop. And there's really only 5 ingredients, kind of 7 if you count the BCAAs as 3 different ingredients. Off the bat, you see instant BCAA blend, leucine, isoleucine, and valine. It's a 5 gram blend. I'm going to assume that's 2 to 1 to 1 ratio here. I'm assuming because that's what we most often see. It's the most clinically studied version. I'm making a huge assumption there. I could be totally wrong, but I feel pretty confident in assuming that. Now, BCAAs can be helpful if you are training in a fasted state. If you're training first thing in the morning, like a lot of hardcore guys might be, before they go to work, before they go some shift work or whatever, could be helpful if you're in a fasted state. If you're not in a fasted state, well, your muscle protein synthesis is likely already spiked because you've probably already ate a full dose of protein, complete protein. And in that case, this BCAA blend is a little bit useless. So that point there either makes or breaks that ingredient. It can be really helpful for people that are training in a fasted state because if you train in a fasted state, in my opinion, you're kind of already putting yourself at a deficit. So this is a good thing for most people. And honestly, to be honest with you, BCAAs are pretty cheap. It's not a big deal to add this in here, but it does take up 5 grams of the scoop that you could put some other stuff in. Outside of that, the rest of this formula sails with flying colors. You get citrulline malate at 6 grams. 2 to 1 ratio that gives you 4 grams of citrulline, 2 grams of malic acid. 4 grams of citrulline is the base clinical dosage. It's going to give you a great pump. 2 grams of malic acid could help with cellular energy, but most likely it's just going to give you a great flavor. 4 grams of citrulline is pretty strong for pump. It's also a great arginase inhibitor. In terms of just base, cheap ingredients that offer a pump, citrulline is king. There are some more expensive ways that we could go with nitrates, nitrosogene, with ACE inhibitors, stuff like that, but citrulline is base, it works, it's tried and true, we know that for a fact. It's got great bioavailability as opposed to the predecessor arginine. I think it's going to stick around for some time and we're happy with it. Moving into beta-alanine, you got 2 grams of beta-alanine here. Now, beta-alanine, next to like creatine and caffeine, is one of the most studied supplements in the world. Helps with muscular endurance by buffering lactic acid in the body. It increases carnosine within the muscle, and carnosine has 2 ingredients that produce it: histidine and beta-alanine. Histidine is not the rate limiting factor, though. We found that as you increase histidine consumption, carnosine does not go up at all. Carnosine is only increased when you add beta-alanine to the system. It's been studied at everything from low doses all the way up to 6.4 grams. So 2 grams is right below the generally accepted 3.2 grams. It's generally accepted because it's the most often studied dosage. It's most often kind of like the shining example. Sometimes we see less, sometimes we see a lot more. 2 grams is not a bad dosage here. The main thing that you want to make sure is that you're getting it in consistently over time. Somewhere around 178 grams is where you reach blood saturation over time and you get the full benefits of this ingredient. It might make you tingle, but that's not really the point here. Some people really look forward to the tingles during their workout. It can be an enjoyable experience. It's probably the only time you want to have the tingling going on is during your workout, so it's good timing for it. But basically know that you're taking this ingredient for the long run here. It's going to help and increase the length of your sets so that you can add more reps, more weight over time, and chase that progressive overload. Second to last here, you got a gram of tyrosine. Tyrosine is one of my favorite focus ingredients in the world. Tyrosine is actually one of the best studied ingredients for sleep deprivation help, which is kind of going along with if you're taking the BCAAs because you're training fasted in the morning. If you didn't sleep enough, if you didn't sleep well enough, tyrosine can really help with that. It's a precursor to some adrenal hormones like norepinephrine and epinephrine. It also can help out with your thyroid in terms of fat loss, which if you're a bodybuilder like the hardcore animal users usually are, that could also help you out there. The last ingredient here is caffeine anhydrous at 350 milligrams. I love this dosage because most often you see a 350 plus dosage and it's going to be mixed between caffeine anhydrous and energy, but Animal didn't do that. They went straight in with some hard-hitting synthetic caffeine anhydrous. Now, don't be afraid of caffeine anhydrous. We've shown multiple times that the safety data on caffeine goes as high as 12 milligrams per kilogram in humans. The military did a lot of testing on it. You can take a lot of caffeine. You might be uncomfortable. You might have gastric distress, but you can take way more than this 350 milligrams. And in my opinion, caffeine is one of the most effective ingredients for strength training. And that's what Animal's about, right? Getting in the gym, moving some freaking weight, and getting hardcore in there. You don't need a lot of fancy ingredients to do that. Oftentimes, I think we do oversaturate our bodies with all these different ingredients and worry too much about all these different new technologies and studies and stuff. Sometimes just bringing it back to good old school ingredients is just what we need. I know that during a lot of my preps, and believe me, I've squatted over 700 pounds. I've pulled 700. I've benched in the fours for some time now. I don't always need all these crazy pre-workouts. Sometimes getting back to the basics is just what I need and enjoy. Things that I know are going to work for me, not give me gastric distress, or give me any kind of problems in the gym. That's not to say I don't enjoy playing around with a lot of ingredients. I play around with a fair amount of new ingredients. But when I get down to business, sometimes I just need to use stuff that I know is going to work for me, is simple, and just straight to the point. So that was a quick breakdown of Animal Fury. I got it in watermelon for 27 bucks, I think. We don't often talk about pricings, but you get 30 servings, and you don't often get 30 servings. You usually get like 20 for 27 bucks. I know you're not training 7 days a week, so this is gonna last you like a month and a half. I think you can't go wrong here. It's a simple product. I think you should keep in your cupboard and use it on those off days where you don't feel like getting all this extra stuff. It's a simple pre-workout, straight to the point. And you get to support a company that's been around pretty long in this industry, supporting us athletes when we need it the most. As always, guys, I do have to say we have a business affiliate relationship with Animal. I did go purchase this product myself because I thought that it was looking pretty good, but we do have an affiliate relationship with them. I do have to disclose that. If you have any questions about the product or the brand, you can comment below. I do check the comments. I've been really enjoying this product and also their Pump Pro, as well as just some other stuff that I've been picking up from them on the side. I always like supporting Animal because they've been around a long time and they've really supported the industry, and we're trying to help them back out now with some content. I see them making a big push in 2021 with some great formulas, some lifestyle content to get a little bit more relevant to the kids on Instagram and TikTok these days, and not just the guys in the basement gyms moving some irons. So if you like the video, leave a comment. I'd appreciate it. As always, I appreciate making this far in the video, and have a great day.
Welcome to PricePlow.